SFL Nation, what up, though? It's your man, Eddie Gage, in the booth alongside my not-so-best friend, Mark Lopez, doing color commentary with me. Also doing stats with us, we have Ron Haynes and my new teammate, DJ Kilgannon. We got Cam up in the production booth, someone with a coat on, despite the fact it's 12 degrees out here, perfect weather for football. Mark, we got two teams 0-1, cannot afford to go 0-2. Pittsburgh, and with that tough first 5-game slate, along with Albuquerque, who's in a tough SFL South Division. What is your opinion? What needs to be done by both these teams in order to get a win tonight?
I mean, it's got to start with the quarterback. You got Pittsburgh with Ace Fennick. You got Albuquerque with Cyrus Jive. It's going to be whether either of them can protect the ball, keep a high percentage of completion rate, and essentially manage the game for their own team's win. Eddie, both of these teams had close losses last week, and it might fall to the quarterback making the fewer mistakes or the running backs to contribute on the ground, get those scoring touchdowns. Special teams is going to be, all three phases are going to be important for either team.
Pittsburgh won a coin toss and elected to receive the ball first. As you see there, Sammy Steele knocks the ball out of the end zone. Wind, obviously a factor going east to west. Pittsburgh with the ball first. You got two quarterbacks who really turn the football over. Should be a great game. Pittsburgh's going to come out on his first play with 3 wide receivers and a tight end to his right in a double set versus a 4-2 nickel defense. 3-step drop, gets the ball out quick to his man for a completion of about 12 yards on the play. That's Chris Britton with the reception.
A nice catch by Britton. Actually undercuts the defender who lines up wide. You see number 42 there, tried to cover the right side of the field, but that left an opening underneath for Britton to run under, make a catch, and make a play. First down for Albuquerque, or for Pittsburgh.
Double set again, another 3-step drop by Ace Fennick, gets the ball out again, and this time it's a bang-bang play, looking for Britton again, but this time it's broken up by the defense. Let's go over that offense for Pittsburgh. At quarterback, you got 12-season veteran Ace Fennick, tailbacks Mike Churchill, BB Blitz, and the fullback and GM Keith Wheeler, and we go over the rest of those starting lineup here in a moment. 2 tight ends sets, going to be a tight triple versus this 4-4. Defense is going to be a toss out to the right side, and it's going to gain of about 5 yards on the carry to set up a 3rd down and 5. Churchill with the carry. Those receivers, they got a lot of them. Toby Bonnets, Deuce Fennick, Ziggy Ronick, and Doug Britton. Tight ends, Ben Harrison and Levy Lease. Offensive line, Landon Stone, Taylor Manor, Rachel Manor, and Bruce White at center. On 3rd down, this pass is going to fall incomplete, but there is a flag on the play looking for Ziggy Ronick. It's going to be pass interference on Albuquerque, going to lead to an automatic 1st down.
Yeah, I think, as we can see here, not a chance given for the player to make a play or a play at the ball. Very obvious, blatant interference there. Good call by the ref. It's also unfortunate for Albuquerque because that's going to keep Pittsburgh rolling downhill here, now near the midfield.
Just shy of midfield, the 46-yard line. They love this double set. Third time in a row we've seen it now. Going to send a man in motion. That's Doug Britton. Counted with a man defense by Albuquerque. They're going to send a strong side back on the blitz. Gets the ball out, and it's going to fall incomplete.
Yeah, they opt for some almost all hot look. Basically, several players running hot routes to the middle of the field, but Albuquerque able to congest that middle of the field and make it difficult for the ball to be caught. Pulls harmlessly. It's an incompletion.
2nd down and 10 versus with the ace formation. 2 tight ends on the field. Trying to stay ahead of the changes. Ace Fennick going to be another 3-step drop, getting the ball out, and wow, lucky that ball was completed. Looking for his big tight end there, Bryn Harrison, and wow, that's a lucky completion. There was defenders all in the area there, Mark.
Yeah, absolutely. Lucky indeed is the word I would use as well. Also, his receiver didn't seem like he was looking at the ball, but just made the catch somewhere.
3rd down and 5, and this time it's going to be a 1st down. Wow, great reception there. Going down and get it with a ball that is shoestrings, but able to bring that ball in was Ronick.
Now, we look at this play and we see Ronick make the catch in double coverage. We see kind of the play style that when you talk to the coach of Albuquerque, Eddie, about how they wanted to bracket Hronek, the number one
Yep.
receiver of Pittsburgh, we saw it right there. But so far, Hronek able to withstand 2 defenders on his face.
2 defenders indeed, but the ball is placed low where only he could get it. Ace formation again, this time getting rolled out away from the pressure and finds a receiver, but unable to bring it in. It was thrown to only where he could catch it, but unable to bring it in. That's a big fullback down the middle. Keith Wheeler, he's not known for extending his arms up that high in the air trying to reel in footballs, Mark.
Not normally, but they put him there. Probably saw something in the film, outmatching him versus the quarterback perhaps. But they go for it. Another chance, 2nd and 10, another 12 personnel here, Eddie. And Albuquerque matching with their 4-3 looking defense.
Could be a cover 2 defense versus this particular pass play. And that's going to be a completed again, attacking that soft spot in the zone as Pittsburgh moving the chains once again.
This is great play calling against the cover 2 where both safety defenders are lining up deep coverage, and so you got a quick post route or quick slant route just underneath those 2 safeties. Every other defender playing man, and so too slow to react on the play. It's a good play, good throw and catch. Pittsburgh 20-yard line.
Good mixture of play calling here by Pittsburgh. This time they come out with tight triple, just doing a lot of variety with their play calling, just not allowing Albuquerque to get settled into this game.
No. Catch by Hronek again.
2nd down and 2, doing a great job staying ahead of the chains. And speaking of mixture, here's another unique play by this offensive personnel. 2nd and short, going to be a give to Churchill up the weak side. Is going to pick up a 1st down after gaining about 3 yards. Let's go over this Albuquerque defense. On that defensive line, you got Chris Porter, Leo Jefferson, Dave Wolf, and Big Joshua Swoll Williams. Linebackers, Seth Berlin, Saeed Gore, and Mark Gornick. We'll go over that secondary here in a moment. 2 tight ends set, going to send a tight end in motion as Ben Harrison going off to the far side. Big foul step drop, surveys the defense, gets the ball out and complete it for a touchdown. Just talked about him. Keith Witter, the fullback, lined up in the tight end spot, really in for a touchdown, Mark.
It's a good play. You line up 2 heavy pass catchers on one side of the field, and if you have to throw against lightweight quarterbacks or linebackers, then they're just going to outmatch, outsize, and outweigh those defenders for an easy touchdown. Pittsburgh, 1 drive, 1 score.
1 drive, 1 score. And speaking of Keith Wheeler, the fact that he's able to reel that ball in, yes, he's in traffic, but I don't know. It's just, to me, I'm just not used to seeing fullbacks catching the balls in traffic, but he did a fantastic job of showing his versatility there on that particular play. 7-0 Pittsburgh. So they're going to kick this ball away to Albuquerque. Fielding at about the 3-yard line. They're going to get tackled at the 26-yard line. They're going to start this drive off at. And one thing that's been made light to me, I just remembered, Keith Wheeler used to play tight end last season, so he is, in fact, used to catch the ball in traffic. But the fact that he's out there with those bigger shoulder pads on playing fullback, not impressive, just the less. On his first play, Albuquerque going right to the ground game with Josh Slapp, and that's one thing they talked about pregame. When I talked to him, I said, hey, man, what do you plan on doing? He goes, I plan on giving him a heavy dose of the run game, something we did not see last week out of this offense.
He only got 9 carries out of Slapp.
Yeah. This time, no one's open. He's going to rush downfield. Tyrus Jive does it. He does everything right except slide prematurely, something I'm sure his head coach just gave him a nod at it and say, hey, son, get down, young man. You are starting quarterback. We can't afford to lose you this early in the ball game.
It's a good decision by Jive to try to scramble. Couldn't find any openings, but how about the offensive line? Despite no play downfield, they make and open the lane for Jive to take advantage of.
Split spread versus this 4-2 defense, and they meet him right at the line. Nowhere to go. Going to set up a 2nd down and 10.
I think that's Doug Day with a quick rush down the A-gap, closing that, and no yardage gain essentially.
Doug Day in his 13th season in the league. Doesn't even seem like he's even been here that long. Our Twins look versus this man defense. Cyrus Jive looking for somewhere to go. Throws the ball off his one leg while up in the air for a first down. Is that K. Marion? It is. Wow, that was an impressive throw by Cyrus Jive.
Beautiful play here. We won't get a look at the POV next to Jive, but he essentially threw that off platform. Two defenders on his face as the outside tackle, unable to corral the pass rushers, but Jive, with his individual effort, just makes it happen.
Ace trips, three-step drop, buys time, gets the ball out, and again finds his tight end, Jack Wall, that time on the reception, set up a 2nd down and 2.
And I thought he was not down by contact. I thought he would have taken out to the end zone, but apparently so the defender touched him, so it's down by contact at 2nd and 2. First time we see a heavy set from Albuquerque.
Yes, split jokers or split jacks, I think it is. Going to give the ball to Josh Slapp, who runs up the middle quite easily for a first down. Going to move the chains again. Let's go over this Albuquerque offense. At quarterback, you got Cyrus Jive. Halfbacks, Josh Slapp, Jason Williams, and his brother Justin Williams plays fullback. Receivers, back from retirement, is Cease Falco, Clarence Lee, K. Marion, and tight end Jack Wall. We'll go over that offensive line here in a moment. Split spread offense here. 3 wide receivers on the field. 2 backs behind them. Going to be a toss out to the right side to the fullback, Justin Williams, who only picks up a yard in the play before being brought down by this Pittsburgh defense.
Albuquerque has the 3 running backs in Slap and the 2 Williams brothers, Justin Williams, the fullback. Good play there to throw to the strong side. We had 2 extra defenders or blockers for Justin Williams, but good cleanup by Pittsburgh.
Our Twins look, but they're going to send a receiver in motion. Cyrus Jive surveys and finds a wide open Jack Wall for a first down. That was a nice catch there. Despite the traffic around him, he got the ball out to his front shoulder, which made that an easier catch to make for Jack Wall.
And it looks like Albuquerque's game plan might be these short, middle of the field routes, whether it's a hook route, a slant route, something where Jack Wall is the one that gets involved, because what a frame of a target he has to outmatch linebackers, and outsizing linebackers is insane, and that's Jack.
Pittsburgh brings the blitz, but Cyrus Jive recognizes it and gets the ball out quick to K. Marion for a pickup of 2 yards. One thing I like about this Albuquerque offense is they get the ball out quick each and every game. There are a number of plays in which they dial up, in which you just do not have time to get to the quarterback. Split pro look, first time we've seen this today, and he goes down. Cyrus Jive sacked on the play. Great coverage downfield, allowed the defensive line to get pressure right up the middle and bring him down.
And I think it was against Queen Porter, the tackle. The defensive end just wins that one-on-one battle, and the sack is the result. It's 3rd and 14. What would have been, 3rd and maybe medium. Instead, it's 3rd and long, at least within the end zone. You just don't want to turn this over.
Only the first time this season, Cyrus Jive has gone down to a sack. Gets the ball out quick, but that ball's going to fall incomplete. Blanket coverage over there, looking for his receiver, but unable to come up with it. Going to set up a field goal situation here for Albuquerque.
Well, after all is said and done, Eddie, I think this is a win for the Pittsburgh defense. They allowed Albuquerque to march down the field all the way to inside the red zone and only yielding a field goal. It started with the sack and then the pass deflection in 3rd and long. And that pretty much killed the drive there. It's a field goal. They cut the lead to 4, but with Pittsburgh on fire on offense in the last drive, I think Albuquerque has to step it up on defense.
I agree. I mean, right now it's still a fill-out process. Both teams are trying to figure out what the other is doing on both sides of the ball. And right now, at the moment, Pittsburgh is winning that battle. So Pittsburgh's going to get their second crack at it. And once again, this ball is kicked deep into the end zone. Going to force a touchback. Going to set up a first down at the 20-yard line. First down and 20. Another 2 tight end set here by Pittsburgh. Albuquerque countering with a 4-4 Bear defense, showing pressure off the edge, but they back out of it. It's cover 2, I believe it is. Oh, that ball is batted up in the air and almost intercepted by Albuquerque. Lucky to come up with that one and fall into the turf as an incomplete pass.
It's number 57, the backup linebacker, Mike Caldwell, making the play on that ball, almost came away with the pick. You could imagine if that was one of their starter linebackers, if he would have come down with the pick. But go back here to 12 personnel, ace look again, Eddie, and again, bared to match by Albuquerque.
Yep, there'll be a man defense here by Albuquerque as well. They bring in pressure on the weak side, but he gets the ball out and finds an open receiver for a first down. Great job by Ace Fennick, keeping his eyes downfield, but despite the pressure around him on that weak side.
I thought it was Churchill. This number 81, Ben Harrison, the tight end, with a nice catch. The number 23 was, in fact, the defender, Moose Papineau, who led the team in tackles last week, 11 tackles, 1 TFL, 1 pass deflection, but unfortunately, he could not make the job difficult for Harrison. It's a first down for Pittsburgh.
Bear defense again versus this tight triple second. It's in a man in motion. It's going to be man, but they're going to try to run out to that weak side, but unfortunately, just unable to get past the guard. Albuquerque did a great job putting pressure up on that with their defensive line, not allowing him to get to that second level.
And I tell you what, Eddie, I think the game plan of Pittsburgh is when they line up in these 12 personnel, it's almost pass first, because we saw what happened. Albuquerque, if you run against that personnel, they'll stop you. Oh my!
Hit as he was releasing the ball is Ace Fennick, looking downfield for Ben Harrison, I think it was, but unfortunately that ball's going to fall to the turf, incomplete, set up a third down and long. The first, I believe, time in this game that Pittsburgh's going to find themselves in a third and long situation.
Yes.
Weak eye spread versus man defense again here. Going to be a 5-step drop, looking downfield. Great job of the offensive line. Finds a man downfield, but that ball is batted up in the air and falls incomplete. Wow, that's looks like a missed opportunity there for Pittsburgh.
It was. Hronek had to turn around to make a play. The ball was on his chest already, Eddie, and it looked like exactly the corner on him, was a step behind Hronek or so, and just couldn't. You would think, is it an overthrow? Was there too much sauce on the ball because it just bounced off his chest? But it's another what-if situation. Kudos to Zach Lay making it difficult to complete the catch.
I agree, but that's something you got to catch. It hit you in the chest plate. He didn't get his arms turned around and up in a position to catch the ball. Albuquerque going to field this ball, fair catch at the 33-yard line. So they're going to start this drive off with good starting field position here.
Well, at least for both teams, Eddie, we've not seen the turnover. We've seen near turnovers, but so far both quarterbacks are clean on the record sheet.
As they have throughout last season, number 1 and number 3 in terms of interceptions thrown. Going to be a toss out to Josh Slapp on the weak side, but he goes absolutely nowhere as Pittsburgh was waiting on him. Doug Day slowed him down before his teammate came over there and cleaned up the mess.
Yeah, but how about also the extra blocking on the outside? You had a tight end in the line to block the defensive end, but the defensive end also caught the fullback and made him busy. That's one less lead blocker for the running.
They're paying attention. Look, Jack Wall coming up with a contested catch just past the sticks and a move to change after being set up in second and long. First down, Albuquerque. That's a nice route.
Beautiful slant route. We're going to have to keep an eye on him. He's going to be the leader in targets as far as this game goes. Looks like the game plan for them is throw it to the guy who is going to be big in crunch time, and that is Jack Walford so far.
Split spread, and the safeties come crashing down, anticipating run, and they got it. Josh Slapp still picks up 3 yards, but they made him earn it. Fast-moving first quarter, ladies and gentlemen. At the end of one, 7-3 Pittsburgh, but Albuquerque is driving.
Indeed, driving. Definitely, indeed, Albuquerque this time. They good on them to force Pittsburgh to punt after allowing a touchdown drive, and now they're the one with momentum.
Just short of the 50-yard line, they start the second quarter out. Tight trip's going to be a run up the strong side A gap and a pickup of about 2 yards for Josh Slapp. Pittsburgh came in here ready, probably anticipating this run game, and so far they've done a great job of containing it.
Why won't you anticipate this run game with both Slapp, Jason Williams, and Justin Williams? They had 1,200 rushing yards last season, and that's a running back locker room that anyone should be scared of.
Screen pass, and it was blown up by Pittsburgh. They were ready for it. Tackled practically for a gain of nothing on the play by number 41. Great job of anticipating that screen pass.
Yeah, great anticipation, but, you know, a little bit of a question mark for Albuquerque. That was the execution. Your running back outruns the screener.
Yep.
And so your screener is basically behind who he's supposed to block, and that is not how it's supposed to happen. So Pittsburgh, yes, credit to them on defense, but they kind of deserve to make that stop.
Yeah, on that play, Cyrus Jive threw that ball a little bit prematurely, did not allow the screen to get set up properly, which resulted in it being blown up for a loss. So Pittsburgh starting this drive off at the 21-yard line versus this Bear defense showing pressure. They're going to back out of it, rolled out to the strong side, and that ball is tipped up in the air and falls incomplete. Looking for Keith Wheeler again here, Mark.
He's going to be busy tonight. But I like what Albuquerque is doing in defense, Eddie. They line up, they show blitz. They show what almost looks like a six-man rush. They only rush 4 extra defenders on the backfield. That made it difficult for Pittsburgh and Ace Fennec to complete a throw there to the fullback.
Tight triple. Free safety comes crashing down, but Mike Churchill, former Scorpion wide receiver, able to pick up 6 yards, set up a 3rd down and 4.
Scorpion, but Churchill had a pretty good showing last season for
He
Pittsburgh. Almost 1,000 yards, Eddie. That's an impressive season for the running back.
One of the best backs in the SFL last season. 3rd down and 4, 8:30 left in this contest. They're going to run this ball, but Albuquerque were all over it, anticipating it, and brings them down for a gain of about a yard. Going to force a punt here by Pittsburgh.
And all credit to that Albuquerque defense, because I normally would also like to run out of single back. Once I saw that formation, Eddie, you force a nickel look out of the defense because they're expecting pass out of your own offensive package, and then you run it. A lot of times you can probably convert those 3rd and short, Eddie, but you gotta credit this Albuquerque defense. They held strong against that run play.
Looked like they anticipated the snap count and got out of their stances quick, which forced that play to go, you know, what they got out of it, which is pretty much nothing. Split pro. 5-step drop, looking for Jack Wall again. They find him for a gain of about 17 yards. Jack Wall early on making his impression felt on this ball game.
It's the quick pass versus the 6-man rush. It's going to be the story of the night when Cyrus Drive and his offense is going to be on the field, I feel like, Eddie. And so far, they've been winning those battles. They just haven't generated much points, as, you know, in this first half, they've only scored a field goal and a punt.
Our Twins look trying to get Josh Slapp involved, and he is just having slow going of it. Picks up 3 yards.
Forward to the Stommy Wilbrock with his first tackle of the season, I believe, and it's a tackle for loss.
2nd down and 7, crossing routes, but no time for him to develop. Wow, great job getting around the edge. Coach Craven out here doing double duty, Mark.
Yeah, great play by them. I mean, we've been seeing them blitz 6, 5 people all night long. This one was a blitz that actually beat the offensive line blocking. And unfortunately for Albuquerque, Eddie, they didn't have this time. They didn't have that quick pass, quick outlet to throw to. It's 3rd and 12.
That was his first tackle and first sack of the season. 3rd and long. Cyrus Java all day to throw. Finds a receiver downfield, but it falls incomplete. But there's laundry on the field, and I am not a fan of that play, of that penalty, Mark.
No, well, maybe the camera angle was not the best when you saw the flag get thrown, Eddie, but it's unfortunate timing for this defense. They were about to get off the field.
Unfortunate, because they did a great job getting that 3rd and long situation, but to give it up on a penalty is just discouraging. But you got to bite down that mouthpiece and keep on moving to the next play. 4-3, some kind of cover 3 look here by Pittsburgh. Cyrus Jive recognizes it, sends a man in motion. Gets the ball out to Josh Slapp out in space, and he picks up 7 yards. I was talking to Swole pregame, the coordinator for this team, and he said he wants to get Josh Slapp involved in both the run and pass, and we've seen it here early on so far with the screen game and now that swing pass.
Strong Jacks, maybe.
Strong eye Jack, one of your favorite formations out in Vancouver. Going to be a give to the back. Strong ISO. He picks up 4 yards, and Josh Slapp is going to move the chains. They are sticking with this running game, Mark.
And it's working this drive at least, Eddie. Is they've been getting first down after first down. Right? If you ignore the sack leading to third and long, their first down running has been pretty solid so far.
Split pro 4-3 defense, both safeties back. And Albuquerque's been running all game. Perhaps they see both those safeties back and take advantage of it with another run play. But they don't. It's going to be a 5-step drop it. Oh, and it's picked off. Going the other way. Makes a man miss. Offensive line in front of him. But Cyrus John forces him out of bounds. Is that Jeff Minifield with the reception?
It is. Minifield, wow. He makes a great play both as he makes the pick and then after he makes the pick. Look at this. He just jumps the ball here. So he has the ball. Juke move. He's playing like a wide receiver.
Yes, he is.
We'll make him a two-way player. First two-way player in the SFL. We'll see if that ever happens.
PTP, as Dick Vitale used to say. Pittsburgh going to start this drive off at the 50-yard line. Great starting field position. And once again, Albuquerque is showing pressure right up the middle. Going to send Keith Wheeler and line him up out wide. Wow, look at Keith out there. And they're going to just spread the defense, running right up the A-gap for a pickup of 6 yards.
The ball to Mike Churchill, and one of the aspects that is probably underappreciated from him as a running back is his strength as a running back. His ability to, take and absorb contact and generate yards through contact, and that's the 6-yard game we just saw right there.
This time they do bring the blitz, strong fire 3, but they're able to withstand it, get the running back outside, BB blitz, and picks up the first down.
I wish we get to see a replay there, Eddie, because not only does BB break the first tackle, they put up a stiff arm that eliminates 2 defenders out of the play. Man, a defender tripping off of your own teammate is just a sight to behold.
Keith Wheeler going outside again. And again, it's going to be a run up the gut, but this time Albuquerque is having none of it as Brian James, the strong safety, reads it for a minimal gain on the play.
Yeah, I don't know if that's more of a read or less of a read, more of the scheme. It almost looked like he blitzed and intended blitz, but only allow 2 yards, they'll take that.
Our pro, first time we've seen this look out of Pittsburgh today. They're going to send it with tight end in motion and be a give out to the back, and he goes absolutely nowhere. In fact, loses a yard on that play. It was Mike Churchill.
Almost looked like cover 0 by Albuquerque, if not single high coverage. This time they're going to line up against the pass with multiple defenders deep in coverage. 3rd
down and 9 is going to be a rolled out play action play, looking downfield, but well covered on the play. No chance in hell that was going to get completed. And Albuquerque, after that interception and a nice return to midfield, is going to force a punt. Great job of that defense.
Absolutely. And after 2 stellar offensive drives by either team, Eddie, we've now gone to a point where neither offense is, I wouldn't say anemic, but they've just been stopped.
Great punt. Can they stop it? No, they cannot. It actually hit the ground at about the half-yard line, but trickled into the end zone. And Albuquerque with 3:33 left in this first half. Let's see how aggressive they get trying to extend or get the lead here before halftime. They're going to line up in an I-twins look. Jack Wall off to the quarterback's left. Going to send Justin Williams, the fullback, in motion. Going to be a toss out to that side. And Pittsburgh is all over it with a host of black and yellow jerseys over there to bring down Josh Slapp for a loss of a yard.
And you saw those defenders at the moment of the snap, the ball was in the quarterback's hands. Didn't even spin yet.
No.
And the defenders were already flying upfield to make a play on the ball.
Yep. They continue to keep these safeties, 2 safeties high, going to get the ball out to the outside.
Oh, nice.
And is that Clarence Lee? It is going to pick up about 4 yards. They keep these safeties back. They refuse to try to get beat deep. They're going to make you drive downfield with 10, 12, 14 play drives if you're going to score touchdowns against this defense.
They did their homework. They saw the game against Minnesota where Albuquerque did like that deep ball, Eddie, against Minnesota. It might have been what cost them in the end, throwing the 1 interception eventually. But now they have those shallow routes.
There's that screen game again. This time they pick up the first down, though. It was still rushed a bit, but this time he waited a bit longer and they were able to pick up the first down. But I think if he holds on to that ball for maybe another half second, I mean, he couldn't because the rush was coming up on him. But if he was able to hold on to that ball for another split second, that play's going to get about another 10 yards.
Absolutely, because the effect of being able to hold on the ball 1 extra second is those defenders keep drifting away the running back.
They're backpedaling. This time they are single safety high, anticipating the run. They get it, and they contain this run game again. They are doing a great job containing this run game here for Albuquerque so far. 2-minute warning. Wow, we got a fast-paced game here, Mark.
So fast. It seems like a fast-paced game, and yet you look at the scoreboard, it's only 7-3. It's been a defensive showcase by either team after the first 2 drives.
Yeah. Strong eye pro with Jack Wall out to the near side. Going to be a 3-step drop. Towering out, and he's forced to throw the ball quick and unable to locate Cade Marion with an accurate throw. Going to set up a 3rd down and long.
It's a similar instance of, a short step back, a short route, a short developing route, a slant in this case for Cade Marion, but unable to connect this time. 4 or 5 wideouts in the field now.
Going empty. So he sees Falco out from his brief retirement back into the fold. He's going to send him to the far side of the field. Tyron out, gets the ball out, and wow. Now, that time I thought there might have been some pass interference there, Mark.
I know. I thought it would be interference, but also we almost saw something like this in the first drive where he throws the ball off platform.
Yeah.
With pressure on his face. It's the same thing that happened here, but I think he eventually gets hit this time. The ball was not in the right spot. It could have been a penalty. It could have been a pick if the defender had eyes on the ball.
Not going to fair catch this, and he gets out away from harm's way. Oh, but he's hurt on the play. No. Chris Britton goes down. One of the more electrifying punt and kick returners in SFL history goes down. He's in need of medical attention, and hopefully he is okay.
And he's no small part of this offense. He had 4 catches, 58 receptions, 4 catches, 58 yards last week in their close loss against Mexico City. So he is a huge loss for this offense.
Yes. Tight triple. A man down in the box, but they were anticipating. We got another man down here.
Other team this time.
Strong safety Bryant James goes down, and wow, what is going on with the strength and conditioning coach here this week? Is it the cold 12-degree weather and tight hamstrings? I'm not sure, but now he's going to be tended to, and hopefully he's okay.
There's a good chance it's the 12-degree weather.
Yeah.
Cloudy outside right now. It's chilly. Those bones, those muscles are stiffer out on the field when you're in the cold. Gotta get your equipment crew ready with jackets and whatnot.
Absolutely. 2nd down and long, and wow, what a great deflection, and that ball is picked off out of the air. Great play by Albuquerque. You want to talk about teamwork. TJ Frosty tips the ball up in the air, and his teammate Daniel Valentine comes up with a deflection. One of the greatest plays I've seen here early on in the season.
Beautiful play off of the deflection of the teammate. I mean, it's a 0-step pass by the quarterback, meaning you gotta hope that your timing on those wide receivers executed to perfection. Unfortunately not, and the defenders cleaned it up. What a play by this Albuquerque strong safety.
Looking to close out this half with some points here after that turnover. Josh Slapp picks up the carry for 4 yards, and time is ticking. They got to pick up the pace of this offense.
And I believe that is these now 1 interception each for either team.
All right, pro. Going to be a toss out to the strong side. Great block. But is that Jack Waller on the block? I think it was. Allowed to pick up that 1st down.
A good block by him. He didn't make much contact, but instead what he did was he redirected the defender to move outside, which means there's an inside lane for Slapp to run into, and that's what gave them the 1st down.
The more I call games and listen to you call games, Mark, the more I appreciate your football acumen. 3-step drop, gets the ball out to Jack Wall, who ushers out of bounds after a gain of about 3 yards. 2nd down and 2nd, but they get a free timeout with him running out of bounds.
Well, yeah, tell you what, I only learn from the best. I watch a lot of SFL games, and of them are games that you call. So, I learn from the best, and you are one of them.
I appreciate it, but you took care of us week 1. That's all that matters. Second down and 7, going to send a man in motion going empty here. Oh, and a nice pickup there by Siege Falco, I think it was, for a first down, and Albuquerque going to call a timeout.
Those hot routes out of the wideout, when the wideout is the one that runs it, and you're in some cover 3, your cornerback is essentially already deep, so you just undercut that by the nature of the route and becomes an easy target.
4-3 going to be man defense here. They're going to bring the fullback on the blitz. Oh, and look at this. Got the ball out to Josh Lap again, but this time, again, they just are not allowing the route to develop, and Pittsburgh is jumping out in front of it.
The route did not develop. There was also a potential blocking wide receiver who was not faced the right way to make a block, and so he had -1 blockers on that play.
Trips, Trey, I'm not sure which one it is, but nonetheless, they're going to send K. Marion in motion. 5-step drop, gets the ball out, and is it K? On that reception? No, that was not K. That was 88. I'm sorry, excuse me. But nonetheless, first down. Looking for him again. Touchdown! Albuquerque puts their first touchdown aboard. Wide receiver Clarence Lee with the reception on back-to-back plays gets Albuquerque the lead here, Mark.
Yeah, they saw the previous play, same formation, similar look, right? Clarence Lee runs 1-on-1 on what looks like a diagonal route, might be a post slant or a hot route, and both times he just beat his defender in man coverage. And once he got deep, he was just underneath the safety. The safety could do nothing. It's a touchdown for Albuquerque at the last few seconds of the second quarter.
At the snap of that ball, he saw the safeties going out wide to protect the edges, the boundaries, threw it right over the middle where he just left. That's an easy pitch and catch, and Albuquerque finds themselves leading this game 10-7. 33 seconds left in this second quarter.
The last time we saw points on the board was towards the end of the first quarter, and with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter was when we saw the last points by Albuquerque.
For the first time in this game, we have a game update between Vancouver and Chicago. Ken, what do you have for us?
Thank you, Eddie. Vancouver at Chicago today. Lots to get to. John Michael Sudduth on this touchdown. Chicago's missed 2 field goals. They also threw a pick just before the half. J.W. Doyle with a dislocated elbow out for the game. Vancouver leads Chicago 17-9.
17-9, the defensive-minded contest. And let's not forget, Chicago starting kicker Suey is out for this game. Missed practice this week. He did not play, and that's perhaps what led to those 2 missed field goals. Our joker set here by Pittsburgh, lined up at their 33-yard line. 6 seconds ago, he's going to hand this ball off to Churchill. Churchill makes a man miss, and wow, a broken tackle away from that being a foot race to the end zone as this first half concludes, Mark.
Great stuff by the running back. Unfortunately, Eddie, not enough time. Couldn't try to reap the benefits of that great play.
That's going to bring us to the half. At the half, Albuquerque with that late turnover and score lead this one 10-7, Mark. And you want to talk about defense to offense. Albuquerque did just that to close out that second quarter.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it also started with offense. We had the first 2 drives of the ball game, Pittsburgh touchdown, Albuquerque field goal. And then you get a punt by Pittsburgh, punt by Albuquerque, punt by Pittsburgh. Albuquerque turns it over, but the difference maker, as you said, is that Pittsburgh could not capitalize. They punted back, and a few drives later, now it's Pittsburgh who turns it over. Albuquerque takes advantage with that passing touchdown we saw with 33 seconds to go. And we talked about at the top of the game, Eddie, it might come down to one team taking advantage of one mistake on the other team. So far, Adams has done it, but we got 1 half to go. Let's see if Pittsburgh can come back.
Albuquerque in week 1 had 14 rush attempts. Here at halftime, they are just 1 shy of that with 13. Getting their running backs involved. It's been a slow process, a steady diet of it, but perhaps they're anticipating that defensive line getting tired here in the second half.
We saw the updated injuries as I believe Brian James is no longer injured and is will be back on the field, but it's the Pittsburgh player who is still going to be out for the count.
Unfortunately, next man up mentality is Albuquerque's going to get this ball and advance it to the 32-yard line, where Clarence Lee takes a vicious hit. Lucky to get up there, Mark.
Indeed, but you know, if you were the player, you know what you signed up for, Eddie.
Yep.
You gotta grit your teeth, know that there's gonna be 10 bodies on you, and take the ball down with you. Don't let go of the ball.
Played kick return and punt return in high school growing up, and it was not fun. The entire team was looking for you.
Yeah.
Split spread. Seen this look a few times, and Josh Slapp, we talked about it, that defensive line at some point is going to begin to slow down. It's hit early on in this second half, but already that was his best run of the game, I believe. 6 yards on that carry.
He did have 1 for 8 earlier in the ballgame. He's now up to 35 total yards, 2.9 yards per carry.
Strong out Jackson. This time it's going to be his backup tailback on the carry. The other Williams brother who picks up the first down.
Fumble in the middle there. Almost seemed like nobody could bring Williams down. He gets the first down. Split throw again by Albuquerque. Now they're going to want to take it slow, but they pass.
Get the ball out, and wow, what a nice route there by that's K. Merriam on the carry. Getting that 9 mixed up with an 8, but nonetheless moves the chains.
Just an out route, but she cuts back in as she saw that she would be out of bounds if she had run any further outside. But also, how about Jai recognizing that she was going to cut back inside and places the ball where he did for the nice catch.
That's a lot of trust in your wide receiver, just anticipating where the ball is going to go. Otherwise, it could be potentially intercepted. Josh Slapp starting to pick up some momentum here with this offensive line. Picks up 6 more yards, set up this offense in second and short.
He's now up to above 3.0 yards per carry. Man, he's such a great running back. He had his tenure in Houston. He was great there, and now for Albuquerque, he has been, one of the main gears of this running offense.
One of the best backs in the SFL the past few seasons. This time, it's in a tight end away from where they run the ball from, and unfortunately going to result in a gain of about maybe a half a yard, set up a 3rd down and 4.
Good recognition by the defense there. The tight end shifting away actually pulled one defender with him. Had a pulling guard, but still no gain.
Oh, great catch by Cease Falco in traffic. He has a safety, a linebacker, and a corner in his window, and he was still able to come up with that catch. I'm not even sure how he even saw the ball coming.
I mean, you got to give it to his concentration here.
Oh.
It almost looks like he had a split second to look back.
Yes.
Look back. Not only did he have a split second, he basically had his hand up. The same time he looked back, he knew the ball was coming his way, and he just brings the ball down with him, makes a play, and sets his team up inside the red zone.
Split pro going to be a cross route again, and this time they find is that K. Marion lined up out wide. It is touchdown Albuquerque, and their offense has woken up these past couple drives, Mark.
I mean, K. Marion, as as a human being, as the frame, is basically a cheat code.
Yes.
She is essentially 10 feet tall.
Yes.
A wingspan, 6'6", a wingspan of a mile. Her catch radius is basically 1 town over. Just throw the ball. She's somewhere down there. She's gonna get that.
Kate Marion, one of the best, more consistent wide receivers in the SFL the past couple seasons, showed why there with that touchdown reception. Albuquerque kicking this ball off, and Pittsburgh has to respond. Down 10, don't want to fall to 0-2. SFL Nation, let me get this out here. Guess what? VFN Bingo has been introduced to the SFL. Starting this Monday Night Spectacular, you can win money for your player or team bank by playing VFN Bingo alongside the featured game of the week. Claim your virtual card and mark off numbers coinciding with the yardage of scores and the scores themselves. Winning cards can net $50,000 per win. See the VFN Bingo section of the SFL server for more information. GMs, owners, get with your squads, paste the link to it, get involved, and get that free cash.
I tell you what, I already got my card. Eddie, I think I'm gonna get 50K.
You play bingo pretty much every week, so it's nothing new to you. But nonetheless, Pittsburgh moved the chains with that carry there. Nice outside run.
I know we have Pittsburgh on the field right now. I want to shout out Jermaine Menefield, defender for Pittsburgh, on the previous drive said, "Throw the ball to me," hoping that they would throw a pick. Instead, they scored a touchdown. So now Pittsburgh is back on the field.
Yeah, that's I mean, he set his own self up for that one. I don't know. Nonetheless, 2nd and 6. Pittsburgh is putting the drive together just shy of their own 40-yard line. Ace personnel with 2 tight ends out. They're going to put the back in motion. Mike Churchill going to be a 3-step drop, looking for someone downfield. Throws a dangerous pass towards the outside. Got 2 receivers in the same area. Not often you see that, but they were able to come up with that reception there by Deuce Fennick. Yeah.
I didn't even see Deuce Fennick. I thought Deuce Fennick was in the sideline. I thought it was one of the players on the bench. He just makes the catch out of nowhere.
Heavy set to the strong side. They're going to run out there, and Albuquerque is all over it with a tackle for a loss on the play. Is strong safety Brian James. We've seen his name called a couple times this game, making fantastic plays.
Yeah, and I don't know where the fullback went. Keith Wheeler ran 20 yards downfield, but that was nowhere where.
No one.
He blocked no one on his way.
Gonna force a punt. Fair catch is called. Was that fair catch interference? It was close.
Almost. Yeah. Guy was practically had his mitts on the catcher's face, but instead, no flag thrown. Albuquerque.
He darn near caught it for him.
Maybe he caught it, then gave it to him. I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Yeah. Nonetheless, split pro look here for Albuquerque, looking to possibly extend this lead or put a long drop. There's the screenplay set up again, but they are all over it. There was nowhere to go as they were in man defense. Bottleneck the tailback Josh Lapp over there on the far sideline. There was nowhere to go. He should have thrown that ball away.
Absolutely. You go for a super deep step back like this. You send your offensive line on the screen. That is a lot of protection that you're letting go of, and you hold on that ball that long, you're gonna get sacked.
Yeah. He's got to scramble and throw that ball away. They're going to go empty now, trying to make up the difference here. And that ball is tipped up in the air and nearly intercepted by Pittsburgh. Look at that ball wasn't going the other way. Doug Day looking to get his mitts on it. Remember, Doug Day had a pick 6 in his first SFL game in his career, 4 yards, Vancouver Legion.
Don't need to remind me. We have everything listed for all pick 6s. There's a red list of people who have done as well.
Cease Falco brings that in, but with it being 3rd and a mile, unable to pick up the first down, going to set up a 4th down and 7 and another punt, giving Pittsburgh another opportunity here to try to cut into this deficit.
Look at both teams' defenses. They've clamped down for sure. You look at the first half yardage from both teams, less than 200. Oh, look at
no! Ken Miller with the punt. He makes about 8 guys miss. Still running downfield before finally being tackled out of bounds. Oh, but there's a flag down. What is this?
Clipping.
Oh, clipping. You got to be kidding me. This is going to come back. Oh, no. When it rains, it pours in Pittsburgh. Number 47 with the unnecessary block in the back. Is that Coach Craven out there on special teams?
Bro, the clipping happened, and we all against the kicker. Not only that, the kicker also gets shoved by the returner. This poor kicker cannot catch a break. At least he gets them a penalty for his team for his effort.
And who can the coach get mad at when it's the coach that's enticing the penalty?
That's
wow.
True.
That ruins a great return. And Pittsburgh going to start this ball at the 38-yard line. And that first run, again, Brian James all over it. They would have been out of bounds at the 20-yard line, already in field goal range to make this a 1-score game had it not been for that penalty. Doubles, we haven't seen this in a while here for Pittsburgh since the first quarter. Been a 3-step drop. There's their arrow route, and Brian James almost took that to the house. And the way that this offense for Pittsburgh has performed, that'd have been a thanks for coming, good night, and drive home safely moment there, Mark.
Yeah, absolutely. All of the would-be tacklers for the pick six are already downfield. Could have been a pick six.
Should they win this game, Brian James better get a game ball. He is playing it outstanding tonight. Ace Finnick sending the man in motion. Going to be a 5-step drop. Surveys the defense, get the ball out. And wow, what a great throw over the outstretched arms of 2 Albuquerque defenders. I don't know how he fit that ball over them and in front of the safety.
And to be fair, Eddie, those defenders weren't looking at the quarterback at the point
weren't,
of the throw.
but
So they did not know the ball was coming. They only knew that a wide receiver made it past them. They got to recover. They could not make a play in the ball.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, wow. Another. Now, that one. Come on now, Mark. I want to hear your feedback on that one.
I want to see the replay. This time is more of a threading of the needle.
Yeah.
Less than the defenders not looking. Where, like, you see right there, they actually turned away after the ball was thrown. So.
Oh. Ace to deuce.
We were talking about this with DJ prior to the game about DB aggressiveness and whether they be aggressive to the ball or to the player, and this time maybe not being aggressive enough kind of maybe did them less of a favor.
Ace looking to roll away. Oh, Brian James all over it, but he completes the pass, and it is just about a yard shy of the first down. How did Brian James not bring him down for a sack, Mark?
Ace Fennick with the twitch reaction of milliseconds, microseconds even. He just let that ball go, saw the guy breaking through. That would have been a sack for 6 yards.
Strong out. That's going to be a toss out to the strong side. He's able to muzzle his way. Wow. Does he get in? No, they're going to mark him down at about the half-inch line. And Mark, I thought he got in.
I thought so too. I mean, his body did go in.
And we aren't going to get another look at that. I thought he was in, Mark. Where's Ron Haynes when we need him? Ron, wake up and do your job. First and go at the 1-inch line. Odd jokers. Ron Haynes is saying he thought he got in too.
Gerald Smith saying, it's on the line.
Yeah, I can hear Gerald now. Oh, they're going to run it, the passing, and they caught it for a touchdown. Are you kidding me? Touchdown, Pittsburgh, and they bring this to a 1-score game, down 3, extra point pending.
That is a heartbeat. You have to make the hardest call that the Albuquerque defense is going to blitz in goal line. You send your receivers deep in the end zone. A short step back, and that's one of the fastest and one of the cleanest end zone throws I've ever seen.
It was Ben Harrison with the touchdown grab. I thought that ball was going to get batted down, but it was over the outstretched arms of the defenders. And wow, just that quick. I mean, I thought after that penalty, just the emotions that Pittsburgh and these fans went through, that was just going to be the end of it. But they put together a scoring drive and cut into this deficit, making it a 3-score game. Excuse me, a 3-point game here. Wow, and now Clarence Lee goes down. Early season jitters, the cold 12-degree weather, the fact that it's the second game of the season and people are still getting in shape, I don't know. But the strength and conditioning coaches of both these teams is being called into question here, Mark.
Absolutely. Is it the water in Pittsburgh? Is it the Gatorade? The Gatorade? I don't know.
Did they not stretch enough out here in this cold weather? I don't know. Nonetheless, split spread. And look at this at the top of the route. You have 2 defenders defending. Is that K. Marion down at the bottom? I think it is. 3-step drop, gets the ball out to Siege Falco, who takes advantage. Oh, and he goes down. Oh, no, are you kidding me? Siege Falco goes down at a pivotal moment of the game after that reception. He's back from his brief retirement, and he's wondering, did he make the right choice to come back to the SFL?
Brian James went to the IR earlier in this ball game.
Came back.
I think he told these players they have one of the most comfortable beds, take a nap there for half a quarter, and then come back better than ever.
Wow. Going to be a give to Josh Slapp, who gets tackled the game about 1.5 yards. Something but 3rd down and 2. And now the players looking at the coaches like, man, what are we going to dial up here? We cannot give this ball back to Pittsburgh as it has swung the entire momentum of this game. 3rd down and 2. Pivotal play here for this offense. Strong eye jokers, I believe that is. Strong eye wing jokers. Going to send the fullback Justin Williams in motion to the weak side. Going to be a give to the strong side, A gap. And Josh Slapp says, don't worry about it. Excuse me, not Josh Slapp. Justin Williams says, don't worry about it. I'm going to pick up this 1st down regardless and calm down the heartbeat and slow it down of our head coach, Joshua Williams.
Yeah, and if you're Coach Swoll, you saw your 2 best receivers, two of your best receivers go down. So good decision to go back on the ground and slow it down, give it to your receivers, maybe give a chance for your wide receivers to come back. He throws.
Oh, and it's bobbled and dropped by Jack Wall as the big tight end. You got to catch that.
Yeah, the ball was in his hands. You got to catch that, especially when you outmatch the defender in both weight and height.
Yeah. He did get popped. Corey Mena did kind of baptize him there, but nonetheless, the big tight end's got to hold on to that. Weak eye pro. First time we've seen this look, I believe, today by Albuquerque, but they're going to send Jack Wall in motion, making a strong eye pro, essentially. Going to be a toss out to this side, and Josh Slapp goes absolutely nowhere, and that is going to end the 3rd quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, put your 4s up. We got a barn burner here in Pittsburgh. End of 3. 17-14 Albuquerque.
Crazy game. Guy Clausen in chat wondering if the injury rate sliders have been pushed up to 100%. God, I guarantee you that is not the case. In fact, we might have turned down injuries in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Something to talk about in the future.
Long, great protection. Oh, that ball is almost intercepted. An ill-advised throw there by Cyrus Jive, and he's lucky that ball was not returned the other way.
Yeah.
Amonte Dubois-Smith with the deflection, going to punt this ball back. Hey, SFL Nation, smash the like button. Chat, the more likes we get, the more people see our content. New viewers means new players. New players means growing and great opportunity. Like the video and turn on notifications so you'll never miss a live stream, highlight, or podcast. Thanks to your support of the Virtual Football Network and the SFL. As soon as you come in here, before the music even starts, you should be clicking that button as fast as you can. Support the content, support the grind. Don't come in here and not wipe your feet off at the door. Smash the like button. Triple set here, 3 wide receivers on the field and a tight end. 3-step drop, gets the ball out and finds his man. And we got another penalty on the play. This has been a penalty-infested game. Pass interference on Albuquerque, and it's Bryant James. You got to be kidding me.
I want to see the replay here.
Oh, I know about that.
On
That's
James.
an aggressive play.
Techie-tack call, where this time the referees side with the home team. And if you're the road team, it's understandable if you get frustrated by the call. You got to roll with the punches.
Double set, 3-step drop. There's that all hot read again, but this time able to find the receiver for a 1st down. Ziggy Ronick at the top of the route comes up with the reception.
Yeah, the wrinkle there this time, having Ronick run a vertical route as you got a couple arrow routes in the middle of the field. Ronick on the outside runs more vertical than he normally would have in previous plays in this game, and that's a lot of room. And they moved the field. They flipped the field in one play, essentially.
One play. It was actually an error route, but he actually, like you said, didn't cut in as far because of the safety over the top. Look at him get the ball out quick to a receiver despite the pressure. Oh, does he stay in bounds? Oh, he does. This could be a 1st down for Pittsburgh, and suddenly this offense has awoken Mark Lopez.
The Fennec to Fennec connection, ace to Deuce, and then Deuce with the individual effort. Good out route to start. Breaks the tackle. And I want to see the replay if he actually stayed inbounds.
Yeah.
Oh, inbounds.
Oh, the back of his foot might have been out. They might challenge this. But you know like about that pass there, Mark? And they are not going to challenge it. That ball was thrown before he even got to his break, Mark. Did not allow the defender to get over there.
Absolutely.
Two safeties back versus this ace personnel. Going to be a rollout. Clean pocket. And look, he got 2 boxes in front of him. Does he score? Oh, he's going to be tackled at about the 2-yard line. That was a great play design. Not only do they hit Ronick for the first down, but he has 2 eligible receivers in front of him blocking. Watch this, Mark. Oh, look at
beautiful.
that. You can't draw it up any better than that, Mark.
Yeah, not only that, you thought about the positioning of the receivers being blockers, but also the way they caught the defenders out of space, out of the wrong place, wrong time.
Gonna be a pass. Oh, and it's a touchdown. 90. No, I forget the name of the play, but nonetheless, it's gonna be a hot route to his read to Ronick out there in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. And wow, they have come back from a 2-score deficit to take the lead, Mark.
And I think the play you're looking for, Eddie, is the 90 jack hot.
There you go, 90 jack hot.
And here's my prediction for the season, Eddie. That's going to be a play we'll be seeing across the league with the new rules of being able to throw more often. That's a play that's going to be on every coach's mind when game planning against teams that employ that formation.
Absolutely. You have to. So Pittsburgh has come back here after being down 2 scores and have taken a 4-point lead. There's still 7:47 left, a lot of ball game left. We've seen this story unfold a number of ways here. It's been back and forth all night, and this game is far from over.
It is far from over, but Albuquerque, they've been stymied the last couple of drives.
Top attack with 51 pass attempts in his game in the 4th quarter versus Vancouver. But nonetheless, we got ourselves a game here. Clarence Lee, that's K. Marion. That 8 and that 9 are hard to read today, but it's going to be a pickup of 3 yards with that out route. Jacks, I believe this is. Justin Williams leading Josh Slapp out to the outside, picks up about 5 yards to set up oh, that was a terrible spot, Mark. I don't know about you.
Yeah, not only is it terrible, it's gonna force the offense to go pass as opposed to potentially run.
Yes. That was a terrible spot. 3rd down. There's a screen play again. This time they catch him slipping, and they pick up the 1st down.
I don't know about the spin move, Eddie.
Yeah, that was unnecessary. Yeah.
Because if that spin move did not go his way, he would have been tackled behind the 1st down.
Yeah. Cyrus Jive with 29 pass attempts here in this 4th quarter. Total so far. Twins trying to get his back. Josh Slapp to the outside, but he's met by the left defensive end who did not allow him to get to the 2nd level. 2nd down and 10.
We're talking about the 29 pass attempts, but also the 22 completions. That's a 75% completion rate. He has been accurate.
Oh, no one downfield. He's going to try to run for it. Oh, and he takes a spin move, and the way these players are falling out of here today, I got nervous there, Mark.
Yeah, the injury bug is not in Albuquerque's favor. Could have slid there, Eddie, but instead just braces himself for the impact.
3rd down and 5. Oh, looking downfield again. So the time runs out and he goes down. He's got to throw that ball away, but instead takes a sack by this Pittsburgh defense. That cannot happen. Butch Minner with the sack.
That is the 4th sack. 4th sack allowed by this Albuquerque offensive line. 2, the 2nd one by Butch Minner. So give him his incentive. That is $100K in his player's bank. What a performance by him. And that's going to, once again, 3 back-to-back drives ending in punts for Albuquerque.
Yes. Kind of remind me of the game last week versus Minnesota where their offense looked great. Oh, is there another man down? Oh, my goodness. Chad Scott goes down.
We already speculated the water, the Gatorade. Maybe it's the turf. Maybe it's the grass. It's too slippery out there. You slip one way wrong, you twist the ankle the wrong way.
Yeah, especially in the cold weather. 12 degrees out here. I'm sure it's got even colder since the start of game time. Probably like 8 degrees right now at this time of the night. Tight triple versus this 4-3 defense. Looks like some sort of cover 3 or robber. It's going to be cover 3. And we run to the outside. Brian James slows him down before his help gets there. Tackle for a loss. But we got another game update in Chicago, Ken. What do you have for us?
Thank you, Eddie. The comeback is on in Chicago as well. Type attack on a quarterback draw. Got it across the goal line. 22-17 Chicago. 2-minute warning, Vancouver driving.
I don't know if he got across that goal line, Mark. What you think?
I would have challenged that, but Andy has the red flag.
No, we got a tight ball game in both these contests in this block. This game is a barn burner as well. Weak eye spread, gonna roll towards the strong side of the field, gets the ball out, and wow, Keith Wheeler, the fullback, going downfield running the vertical route, catches a pass in traffic, showcasing his versatility, and says, hey guys, don't forget me when they're trying to renew these contracts. I'm seeking a max deal.
That's also on the rollout where Ace Fennick had to throw across his body. So you're looking at not the most ideal conditions for the pass to be complete, but they make the pass happen anyway.
Yes, they did. Oh, the dangerous pass, and I know that he's frustrated that they cannot come up with that cut, that being Ziggy Ronick, but he should also be forced that ball did not go the other way.
I believe it's Daniel Valentine who jumped for the ball, batted it away, couldn't made the ball move in a trajectory away from Ronick's hands.
First time we've seen this Bear defense by Vancouver in a while.
We mean Albuquerque, right?
Excuse me, Albuquerque, excuse me. I'm thinking about you. The Nightmares. But come up with the reception for a first down by Pittsburgh. Great job being with a contested throw there, but despite heavy traffic all around, they're going to move the chain. That's Ben Harrison with the first down grab.
Yeah, good job by this Pittsburgh offense. They, at some point in this ball game, were down 10 points, but have now gone up 21-17 and rolling, potentially scoring here.
Oh, my goodness. Is that Brian James out there? It is.
Almost.
Brian James almost induced. I think he threw that ball away when he saw Brian James at the last minute because he definitely, that ball was off target. Had it been, he might still be running right now the other way.
Still 2nd and 10 in the red zone. You've at least guaranteed field goal here.
Yes. Oh, but I don't
not
know.
If you,
but not if you threw a pick.
Exactly. Hey, at least we haven't cursed anything yet.
Yes,
but
we have not.
Now that I've said that, Eddie, watch something cursed happen here.
I'm going to blame you if it does. And Mark Bryant almost took that one the other way. 4-2 nickel versus this weak eye spread. They got a safety in a box, single safety high, trying to take away all the short stuff. But down goes Ace Fennick again in this contest. Albuquerque's pass rush is starting to wake up a bit. Dave Wolf with his first sack of the game. The rookie with his first sack of his career. The 8th overall pick coming up clutch.
Statisticians are tracking that to be the first sack against Fennick. It's Jive who has been taking all the hits.
Oh, he misses it. Wide left.
The sack took them out.
Yes, took him out of field goal range. And we saw the wind blowing. I don't know which way it's blowing, but we saw when this game first started that wind was going to play a factor. That ball went wide left, and now can Vancouver, like Washington did last night, capitalize on that? Split spread, gonna find Clarence Lee out in space, who picks up the first down. Excuse me, that's K. Marion. Picks up the first down. Wow.
I'm going to sign a waiver that I release myself from any potential quarterback curses because, man, that drive, that was guaranteed a field goal. They were inside the 20.
Wow.
The sack took them out of it.
Sack took him out of it. Our Twins look. Jack Wall off to the quarterback. Probably going to run a toss out that way. Jack Wall blocks absolutely nobody, and we have another game break in Chicago. Cam, what do you got?
Gentlemen, last play of the game. 1 second left. Vancouver has a chance to win. Christian Brown into the end zone. It's caught and a touchdown. Vancouver beats Chicago at the buzzer, 23-22.
And you could hear the elation in Mark's voice, could not contain himself. I was hoping he was going to say picked off, but unfortunately for Scorpion fans, that was not the case. Congratulations. I could hear the nervousness in your voice, Mark, but congratulations on the win. Nonetheless, we got work left to do here in Pittsburgh at the Hog Pen.
Yes, sir.
2 safeties high. Gonna send a man in motion. That's K. Marion lined up out wide. Taking his time, snapping his ball at Cyrus Josh. Gets the ball out finally and finds a receiver downfield. That's K. Marion with the reception to move the chains.
You're not going to call a timeout, and I like the confidence here. You're down two receivers. Injury hit your receiver crew, but the confidence of Jive to rely on those who are left on the field. I mean, who else? K. Marion and Jack Wall. You know, why would you not be confident as a quarterback?
Didn't have Siege Falco last season, so they're used to playing without him. Oh, and that ball is almost intercepted. Not sure how it was not. That should have been going the other way. How did he not catch that? Dimitri Monzuma hit him in both hands, Mark.
Gotta check in again with the equipment manager. Check the gloves. Dude, didn't work the leather. It's still too hard on the hands.
Josh Slapp met at the line of scrimmage and dropped for a gain of about a yard. That was a bone-breaking play. I felt that one from here.
We're in 4th down situation here, Eddie, with a minute to go.
1:07 left in this contest at the 34-yard line. 5-step drop for Jive. This time he takes off with it.
Wow.
Oh, and he decides to remain upright and picks up the 1st down. That time I don't mind him not sliding.
Absolutely.
It's crunch time.
Crunch time. Game at your hands. Even if he slid, it would not be a 1st down. So good on him to basically will his team into another set of downs.
Split spread, single safety high, cannot allow to get beat over the top. Going to be a 3-step drop, crossing routes all over the field. Fans are wide open. K. Marion, who's going to move the chains. 30 seconds left in this ball game. Time is ticking. They elect to not call a timeout, and I think that's a smart idea, Mark.
Their passing has been good here, Eddie, but it's going to be down to what formation they come out of this one. They had a completion here. They had a hot route here.
Oh, screen again. Josh Slapp, and he's tackled at about the 2-yard line, and they burn a timeout. I thought he was going to score there, Mark. I thought that was 6.
That was close. Yeah, and Pittsburgh, hang on. That tackle behind Slapp slowed him enough that it brought him down.
They got to go gun here. Shotgun on the 2-yard line. Hold your breath. Albuquerque. Oh, and that ball is batted up and falls to the turf. Incomplete. Great play to break that ball up is Monzuma.
Yeah, good breakup there. Maybe, in fact, a fortunate breakup as it hit the elbow of the defender as opposed to an intended, deflection. It's still 3rd and goal. You got 2 more attempts here.
Yes, you're going to go shotgun again. Gun, cross, left or right. Don't know which one. Going to get the ball, and that ball is batted up. That one didn't have a chance, Mark. That was great defense by Pittsburgh.
And I know, they kind of want to go past here, but you're so close to the end zone. You're in shotgun, 2 downs, maybe run it, get a yard, and then call up your last timeout.
5 seconds left in the game. It's 4th and goal. You got to have it. It's now or never. Going to line up in shotgun and quads again. Cyrus Josh surveys the defense, get the ball, and it is intercepted. And he may go all the way for 6. You got to be kidding me. From the moment of victory to despair goes Pittsburgh down the field. It's going to be a walk-off pick 6 as time expires. Pittsburgh going to win this ball game courtesy of Doug Day, again haunting the spirit of Eddie Gage with that pick 6.
Yes, but also what a play by Doug Day. He, in clutch time, had to read that play from the moment the ball was snapped. I mean, you're a linebacker, and you make a play in the spot where a safety typically does.
Yeah.
And runs downfield. The concentration it takes to stay upright in that traffic jam in the end zone. the pick six is just a cherry on top for this Pittsburgh defense.
Wow, this game came down to the wire as we thought it would as this game progressed. Nonetheless, Pittsburgh picks up their first win of the season. Albuquerque falls to 0-2, and it's unfortunate that someone had to lose this game because both teams played very well up until the end, Mark.
Both teams were spectacular. In my opinion, Eddie, you know, it was a game of inches.
Yeah.
It's the story of what we mentioned at the beginning. It's one thing, just one thing that will change the story of the ball game. It might have been the sack that took Pittsburgh out of the field goal range, which gave Albuquerque the chance to win. Otherwise, it would have been overtime. But instead, Pittsburgh took advantage, flipped the script, and turned the ball over at the dying seconds of the game. That's it. Pittsburgh wins it.
2 back-breaking losses for Albuquerque in the waning moments of their contest to start this season. Unfortunate, but you got to move on. But for myself, for Mark calling the game with me, for DJ, for Ron Haynes, for the man making everything happen, Cameron Irvine, we love you. But yo, Arizona, I love y'all, man. Yo, we got an impressive win that we needed yesterday. Could not fall to 0-2. I don't care who we playing. We nervous about it each and every game. My heart rate went off even in the fourth quarter when the game was well in hand. But enough about me and these Arizona Scorpions. I know we went in the Super Bowl, y'all. I know we went in the championship. But yo, we had a great game up here in Pittsburgh. They get their first game of the season. My man DJ calling the game with me. I got a big free agent acquisition in the offseason. Love that brother. He my GM. Riding or dying with me. We gonna get it done some way, somehow. But yo, we out of here, y'all. Peace.